The Buddha once said, "Nothing ever exists entirely alone. Everything is in relation to everything else." Have you ever faced a difficult moment in life and wondered, why is this happening to me? Sometimes things don't go as planned. We lose a job, a relationship falls apart, or life takes an unexpected turn. It's easy to feel like we are victims of bad luck or fate. But what if I told you that everything happens for a reason? Not because of chance, but because of the deeper workings of karma, impermanence, and interconnectedness? In today's video, let's explore this wisdom from a Buddhist perspective, uncovering why life's challenges are not random misfortunes, but part of a greater journey of growth and enlightenment. In Buddhism, nothing happens by accident. Everything is a result of karma, the law of cause and effect. Our past actions, thoughts, and intentions shape our present, just as our present choices create our future. There's a well-known Buddhist story about a monk and a broken teacup that teaches us how everything unfolds as it should. A young monk once approached his teacher with frustration, saying, "Master, life seems so unfair. Bad things happen to good people, and sometimes the worst people seem to have everything." The master smiled and handed the monk a delicate porcelain teacup. "Do you like this cup?" he asked. The monk admired it and replied, "Yes, master, it's beautifully crafted." The teacher then gently let go of the cup, letting it fall to the ground. It shattered into pieces. The young monk gasped, "Why did you do that?" The master said, "I loved the cup when it was whole, and I love it now that it is broken, because I knew from the moment I held it that one day it would break. Nothing in life is permanent. When we understand this, we do not resist what happens. We accept it with peace." The lesson? We often suffer because we want to control what happens, but life has its own unfolding. Everything happens for a reason, not as a punishment, but as a natural consequence of actions and the impermanence of all things. Buddhism teaches that everything is impermanent. Nothing stays the same forever. Think about it. The seasons change, rivers keep flowing, and even the strongest mountains erode over time. Our struggles, too, will pass. What seems painful now may one day become a source of wisdom. The Buddha once told his disciples, "Just as a storm passes, so too will pain. Cling to nothing, for in clinging, suffering arises." When we resist change, we create suffering. But when we embrace impermanence, we find peace, knowing that every challenge is just a passing wave in the vast ocean of life. Many people believe that if life is fair, they should never suffer. But in Buddhism, suffering is not a punishment, it is a teacher. There's a Zen story about a monk who asked his master, "Why do we face hardship?" The master pointed to a piece of coal and a diamond and said, "Both come from the same source, but only the diamond has been shaped by pressure." Difficulties refine us, just as fire purifies gold. Without hardship, we would never develop patience, resilience, or understanding. Sometimes we don't understand why something happens until much later. Imagine a traveler lost in the desert. Thirsty and exhausted, he stumbles upon a small tree and rests. Frustrated, he asks, "Why did I have to lose my way?" Unbeknownst to him, just beyond the next hill, a sandstorm is raging. Had he continued walking, he would have been caught in its fury. What seemed like a delay was actually a hidden blessing. Life works in the same way. The job we didn't get, the relationship that ended, the missed opportunity, at the time they feel painful. But later, we may realize that they led us to something far greater. As the Buddha said, "When the wrong doors close, the right ones open." One of the greatest sources of suffering is trying to control everything. We try to force outcomes, resist change, and hold onto the past. But true wisdom lies in trusting the flow of life. A Zen proverb says, "Let go or be dragged." When we stop clinging and surrender to life's natural unfolding, we find inner peace. We may not always see the full picture, but if we cultivate patience, life's meaning slowly reveals itself. So the next time you face hardship, pause and reflect. Is this moment teaching me patience? Is this challenge redirecting me to something better? Can I trust that this too will pass? Life is a journey, and every event, good or bad, has its purpose. Instead of resisting, embrace the wisdom of impermanence, karma, and growth. Everything happens for a reason, and that reason is to guide you toward wisdom, peace, and enlightenment. If this message resonated with you, subscribe to the channel for more Buddhist wisdom to help you live with clarity and purpose. And remember, no matter what you're going through right now, trust that it is leading you exactly where you need to be.